Hey everybody, how are we doing today? We have a better mic this time around. It's going to be a little bit more better quality, hopefully. Not so much spiking, at least not consistently. It is closer to my audio generation device on my own. So it might spike when I get excited, it might spike when I get hyped, but we'll figure it out. So please give me your feedback as we go. For now, we are just getting the lobby built. I am waiting for that to happen. And so tonight it's gonna be pretty exciting. Let's turn this off. Yeah. Action. Tonight we got fancy French boys. Ooh, we got the drafts. Let me get a spec link real quick. But yeah, we're getting started, folks. Get it off. Alright. Mr. Prince Corwin, I have turned the music down a little bit. Hopefully I am loud enough for you to understand me. TY van. Alright. We're jamming, guys. This is bops, man. Some of this stream safe riot music actually slaps, man. We're just waiting for the game to get started. Today it's Matre, it's our French boys, the cheese masters, Maitre de fromage or some shit like that. I can't ever get it right. I was calling them Gouda Gang today, as they're just these cheesy, steamy boys. They're up against Revolution Shenggold, our ZGG gold team. A little bit of information about the MDF squad, the fromage, Maitre de fromage. They are an organization owned and operated by our very own MXL, who is the coach and coach for Revolution Halcyon, and excuse me, and player on Revolution Ice Age. So this is a bit of a grudge match, a little friendly grudge match. Let's see here. Well, I need to update some information here. So before we get too crazy, but how's everyone doing tonight? You guys having fun? No beer for me tonight. I mean, I have beer in the beer bucket, but I don't know how cold it is. It's just been sitting there overnight. But I also didn't have the heat on today, so maybe we have some beer. Maybe we cast, loosen it up a little bit with some beer, so I have a little bit more smoother casts. I thought, man, I was so disappointed yesterday when my audio was so bad, because I felt like it was one of the best casts I've had for a while. But it's all right. Oh, dude, I'm sorry to see you go, but I'm happy that you're out there getting that money, dude. Hope you enjoy yourself at work today. Glad you're here. Glad you're supporting. You were here earlier, which is great. Love that. When I say earlier, I mean yesterday. But I'm having a lot of fun having you guys in chat. All right, let's. So we've updated. Here we're gonna transition over. Look at this. Revolution hasn't won before the game even started this time. It's all right. Let me turn my Spotify down a little bit because it's actually blowing my eardrums out. Turn that up a little bit so you guys can hear it, but I will losing my eardrums for a second. Captain is AFK. Spec link. All right, we got the spec link. We're gonna dive into it. Draft lol. What side is Revolution on to start? Revolution is on blue. Okay, we're gonna get started over there. So, being part of an org that has content is pretty awesome. Yeah, that kind of suck. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you have good orgs. Sometimes you have Revolution, and then also you have bad orgs. You know, we sit somewhere in there. Hey, talking about content, you guys should check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Do exclamation point Viva, V-I-V-A. I integrated Nightbot, y'all. It's pretty hype. I'm pretty excited about that. Here, I'll show you. Viva. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. Oh, I might have beat you to it. Give it a 5-second cooldown. I think it has. So give it again. Give it again in a second. Viva la Revolution. I'm having a little bit of fun. All right, let's get things set up here real quick. Draft lol properties. Drop that new link in there. They have not started yet, so we are good on that. MDF. REV, MDF, score. Oh, that's not good. Team 2 score. Move that over here. Why is it so big? Why? Why is the cheese name so large? But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna be getting started here a little bit, guys. I think we're missing one more person in draft. Nope. Everyone is in draft, so I think we're just getting ready for the game to start. But today, there it is. Viva la Revolution. Love to see it. Having a little bit of fun. We might add some more some more commands in there. But that one, I had a little bit of fun with that one. I might add that on the screen somewhere so people can do that. Maybe if I can, I might throw in some like what do you call it? Emotes. I don't know if I can yet. I don't think I can. I think that's like subscriber based, not follower based. But it'd be nice to have like a Revolution emote or like a Viva, whatever. That'd be kind of cool. But for right now, folks, we're just waiting. Are we seeing the ready checks? Sheng is gonna get ban lost in 3 minutes. Uh-oh. It's all right. We're just gonna hang out here. We're gonna zero this out here. Guys, we're doing the scuff stream. I'll show you what I was working on. I was trying to get this all lined up. Before we get arty checks. Arty checks? Arty checks. It's going to be a little bit of a lighter stream tonight. I think a lot of folks are out playing. ZGG's got a pretty busy night tonight. But we had a pretty poppin' stream yesterday. It was a good time. Hype game. Feathers had to pull out all the stops. That was really fun to see. Love to see it. Love to see the big boy Feathers pulling out those stops. I mean, except for the part where we lost. But what I did like to see was Halcyon really coming in strong. One of the strongest performances we've seen. And consistent, too. Outside of the Feathers factor, the team was really consistent. So this is going to be a fun game. Tonight, talking about rosters a little bit, let's highlight the teams here. Tonight we're going to have some returning teammates from Halcyon in the form of Wansina, the jungler. He's going to be playing for Shenggold tonight. He is on the Shenggold roster. He's playing jungle tonight. We also have NB4 at support. So those are 2 Halcyon friends joining us today. We have Raptor, also known as Ornn Abuser, in the top lane for Shenggold. And then we have JMX in the mid lane. You'll see their gamer tag as Hortensia, I believe. And the legendary Ballistic or Thanatos at ADC for us tonight, up against a squad of well-known veteran players for Matre de Fumajo, the Gouda Boys. Guys, I'm going to butcher this name all night. But the Gouda Boys, the Gouda Gang, has Dobbs in the top lane. Is that right? Vangel in the jungle. Skelly P30 in the mid lane. Bam at ADC and Chiller. Frost at support. So this is going to be a pretty... there's going to be a test of cheese, metaphorically and literally, across the board here, because we've got a team of veterans that are coming in. I think they're pretty relaxed, but they're looking to not compete. But I don't necessarily know how intense they're going to be focused on like meta picks. They might be trying to push the envelope a little bit. And then you have Revolution Shenggold, which is a team that's an eclectic team of a lot of newer and older faces to the scene. So we'll see how that goes. Yikes, guys! What is happening in the game here? I'm trying to figure out this lobby situation. Let's go see what's going on in chat. See if there's anything that needs help. Okay, nothing crazy happening yet, folks. We're just kind of hanging out. Unfortunate. Game will get started here eventually, but for now, you guys get to look at my beautiful face. Has anyone had? Here's a question for you guys. Has anyone had the chance to play? And I know it just came out, measure of hours ago, but Elden Ring. Has anyone had the chance to play Elden Ring? I'm so excited for that. It's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be hella dope. That side still no Ballistic. Shit. Okay. Let's see. Guys, we're gonna be on a little bit of a height on a moment here. DC, Scrappo Wisdom. All right, we're trying to figure out. We unfortunately had a last minute watch PewDiePie video on it. PewDiePie, I haven't heard that name in a long time. Looks pretty cool. I'm excited about it. The game looks beautiful. Like, the fidelity of it all looks great. Open world Dark Souls combat with the progression. They brought magic back and stuff for FromSoft and for this iteration, right? Because I haven't had it since like Dark Souls 2. Okay. Actually, I need to pay attention real quick, guys. You around to E-sub for Shenggold tonight. E-sub for Shenggold tonight. Like, right now? Possibly? Sorry, guys, I'm doing a little bit of player hunting, trying to hunt down... players, because we had a AFK currently. Oh, man. Oh, this is super exciting. We'll be getting into it in a second. Shit, y'all. Where's our boy at? Let's see. Who can we pull in? Let's go up to King, maybe. Who E-sub for... Oh, I don't know if he has enough games. Let's see. We're hunting for an E-sub right now, folks. Yep. So give us a second. Working on it. We're working on it. Oh, yes. Yes. All right. It looks like we have an E-sub. Thank goodness. They'll be coming in just a moment, guys. We'll be getting into draft. I think our Lord and Savior, the Scruffo, is going to be able to E-sub for us tonight. Jumping in last second here. Gonna vibe with us. Help us get that W. E-sub last week, E-sub this week. We gotta figure this out, guys. We have a little bit of chaos on our side, but that's all right. This is what happens in amateur. Let's see. At Sheng, are you able to get him set? Roll. Yeah. Join lobby. Get roles in ZGG, I think. All right. Okay. We're getting it set up, boys. We're getting it rock and rolling. Rocking and rolling. This has been 20 minutes of pure excitement, I know. You guys want to see what the Aftershock. So I don't know if any of you guys have had the chance to see my show Aftershock that I'm doing on Fridays with my boy Leper. But I put some scenes together for it. Here, let me let's show this one here real quick. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you guys what we got. Just a little bit of content for you guys while we wait. But here is like the logo, the fancy whatever, right? I'm really happy with how this looks. So this is gonna be like the loading screen and the preview, and just how it's gonna look it's gonna be the thumbnail on the VOD and everything. And then I've updated the talk screen. This is gonna be the main screen where we have information on the left and our faces on the right. I don't know how good that text looks at the top though, so I'm sure maybe we're gonna be troubleshooting future content here. Late night esports talk show. It looks okay. I could probably scale that up a little bit. I'll have to go back into Photoshop and mess with that. Just so it looks a little bit better. But I didn't want to take up too much space. But yeah, future content coming here, coming soon. But we're gonna jump back over. We're gonna see what's going on. Okay. So we're gonna jump back over into drafts here in a second. As we get started just momentarily, folks. We got the E-sub in. We're ready to rock and roll. Should I? I can. On it. Dun, 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 dun. Roster changes. Wait. Oh, God. Wait. Oh, no. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do the E-sub request approval because I'm dumb. I'm a bad admin. No, I do. Here we go. Approved, I guess? Did I just hit the button? Approved. -1. First phase ban each game. This player is used. Alright, well, I did it. I did it. I did the thing. We approved the E-sub. Alright. So I think we're going to get into the game now, folks. This has been really, really unfortunate, but... Oh, there it is! The draft started between MDF and Revolution Shenggold. Tonight we have the Cheesy Boys, the Maitre du Fromage, which is French for Masters of Cheese. And I'm definitely 100% butchering that name. So right now into draft, we're getting Ornn and Veigar taken away from Revolution, Zeri and Camille taken away from MDF, the Ornn taken away from the top lane from the Ornn Abuser. It's his one trick, obviously, and Veigar, JMX's Veigar, that's one of his favorite champions. Aurelia taken away from the top and maybe mid lane. We're trying to reduce that versatility. Zeri and Camille are both really powerful picks. Camille kind of perennially valid or valuable. Hang on, wait a second. What's going on? What are we seeing? Oh, ignore Aurelia, apparently. Okay, guys, this has been a scuffed ass stream. I saw chat. I was reading chat in the game, but the Aurelia ban, I think, or the Aurelia ban is ignored. That is the lost ban. And they're agreeing to say pick Annie if they want Aurelia. So only 2 bans for the side of Revolution. Got to remember, because we have an E-sub, we don't get we lose 1 ban in the first round of draft. Kindred taken away from the jungle from Juan is Cena. on the side of Revolution. So first pick, Kaisa, grabbing Lespanx, his classic melee range ADC, at least has the potential to be melee range ADC. Yeah. So first pick coming in for MDF. Are they going to grab an ADC in return and try to reduce the number of cards they show? They're grabbing the Hyper Carry Jinx that was left up. Hard to ban out ADC right now, given all the tools available. But they sacrificed the Jinx pick to get themselves that Kaisa and to ban the Zeri. Second pick, I'm wondering if it's going to be jungle or support. I imagine support. I think they're maybe going to try to save Van a jungle counter pick later down the line, possibly. But I was wrong. Look at that. Graves in the jungle picked up. It could be Graves elsewhere, but I think the cheese Graves in other lanes is not as popular anymore. So we're probably going to see that Graves just play it out in the jungle for Vandal. Off to the Revolution for the next two picks, Blue 2, Blue 3. So we picked up Kaisa in the first pass. Showing for MDF for the Gouda gang is Graves and Jinx, the bot lane. So we're going to grab Sion in the top lane. We're going to grab ourselves just a solid, I think that's Sion at top. Trying to prevent Ornabeezer from getting picked out, I believe. Yes! Viva la Revolution! I love it. Thank you. All right, well, thanks for sticking around, Mr. Corwin. Have a good night. We'll see you around. The VOD will be up on here and on YouTube in the next couple days, so keep an eye out for it. Hopefully the audio is better mixed this time on my part. But Trundle picked up in the jungle. Trundle jungle action here. So the blind top Sion, I assume is not going to go into Karma, as that was nerfed pretty heavily. I believe the Smite Karma top, but it could still be effective. Shanghai was talking the other day, I believe, about that being an effective pick for still in competitive, not necessarily solo queue. Round of bans, round number 2. Picks showing for the side of Revolution is ADC, top, and jungle, we believe. For MDF, the picks showing are ADC, jungle, and support, we believe. Could be top lane Karma. We don't know. Could be cheesing it. Our Gouda gang could be cheesing it. I'm sorry, I gotta come up with another pun. I just like the Gouda gang one. Nautilus taken away in the first round, in the first ban of the second round of bans for MDF. And now we're going to see 2 bans. Pantheon taken away, my boy, taken away from, I assume, Chiller Frost, but it could be a mid or top takeaway. And Leona in B4 special in the bot lane, denying him that playmaking support. I think that might mean that they're trying to play that Karma bot lane with like an Enchanter style Chiller Frost setup. Maybe some Enchanter and someone to help protect the Jinx and support her as she scales up. So they want to deny that early playmaking, deny any sort of aggression that MB4 can get out. So we'll see what the adaptation in the picks go. Mordekaiser taken away from Dobbs in the top lane. Lots of bruiser potential here with the intended Irelia pick. We might see Irelia top lane. That was not an Irelia ban, by the way, guys. If you see Annie picked, that Annie is Irelia, and Irelia is a lost ban for Revolution. We had to E-sub our ADC. So, all right. Echo could be mid, could be top. Could be jungle. So we got a lot of flex picks going on here for Graves and Echo. Gonna see where that one ends up. Last 2 picks for Revolution coming through. I do not know if Echo is a strong pick or like a favored pick for MDF or not, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. All right. A lot of deliberation here. Tom Kench picked up for NB4. He had a lot of success on it yesterday in the Revolution Halcyon match against Business Time in the BOL Gold Week 3, or Week 2 rather. So they're grabbing that. Felt it was a really good balance between the effectiveness that an Enchanter can bring for protecting ADCs and the engage that things like Leona and etc. and Nautilus can bring. So he wasn't quite pinched out super hard. We're gonna see. Well, we're gonna see if that pinch was effective with the Nautilus Leona bans. And Vex picked up for JMX. I think this is going to be an interesting team comp. So far, everyone has tools to get into the fight and follow up CC. And a lot of maneuverability and some decent disruption with Trundle and Vex. Sion's kind of got everything. He's good at a lot of things, not great at anything, generally speaking, except for CC and tanking. But you get the idea. But Xerath. I went Victor, Vel'Koz. No. It's Xerath. That's the one. Xerath comes in as the last pick for MDF. Looks like it's going to be, let's see, Xerath mid, Karma, the Graves top, Karma Jinx bot, and Echo mid, maybe? Could be Graves. No, I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind. Echo or Graves is going to be top. Xerath mid. Karma support. Jinx ADC. Everything can kind of flex everywhere in this game, right? You can see a game. You can have Xerath support with Jinx, with Karma top and Echo mid and Graves jungle. You have Graves mid. You could have Echo jungle. You have Graves top. You could have Graves ADC. Like, everything can work in this comp. We have no idea where anything's going to... Well, there's possibilities. We have ideas, but there's possibilities. Things could go all over the place here. But an interesting draft across the board. Highlights for me are the I'd say 2 to 3 dimensional draft from Revolution, right? There's a couple ways this draft can play out. Well, it's very much oriented around team fighting and scaling around their tanks and their high DPS champions in Kai'Sa and Vex, but they're all in. They're going to go in, they're going to blow up stuff, they're going to try to disrupt fights, maneuver around those fights, but it's all in all together. That's how they want to win these fights. On the other side, I'm still not quite sure how MDF want to win, how MDF wins this game, but I think a lot of it's going to come through laning phase, right? Xerath has a really dominant laning phase, whether it's support or mid lane. Karma is going to help bridge the gap for their hyper carries from the laning phase to the mid game and controlling objectives and team fights. Graves historically scales pretty well depending on the meta and the buffs, the state of his numbers, but his durability is sneaky, his damage is sneaky and powerful, especially if he gets ahead early enough. We'll have to see where he ends up. And obviously Echo has pop-off games, but like most assassins, especially assassin junglers, a lot of feast or famine, right? He needs to be at least equal to ahead to be doing the minimum job he needs to do. If he gets even a little bit behind, I'm worried he might be in trouble. But he can at least provide some utility and some disruption with his stuns and his ulti, getting in and out of fights. But we'll have to see where everything goes here, folks. It looks like we're getting into, we're getting into the picks and bans. I want to throw us over to that so you guys can see what the lobby looks like. Here is the lobby, friends and fam. I'm trying to fix some things here. Scuffed cast, of course. A horse, of course. So it looks like it's gonna be Graves top, Xerath mid, Karma support, Echo jungle, Jinx ADC with the side of MDF, and Kai'Sa Sion ADC. I love it. This is great. This is what we want to see. We snagged the Sphinx. Should be good. Sorry, just responding to some messages we got. Let me link the stream real quick. Copy. Alright. Getting into it. So, all the chaos of the draft just subsides, and what do we have but still a glorious message, or a glorious draft from MDF. The Graves top is going to be interesting. I imagine Graves is going to be okay into Sion. I feel like they're probably comfortable with that pick. I feel like Sion can probably absorb that pretty well if he doesn't try to go too crazy and trade too heavily. But the 2v2 in that top lane is going to be really interesting to see. I feel like there's a lot of damage packed in that level 3 for both Echo and Graves. And not as much durability or damage on the other side from Sion and Trundle. But Sion can have some sneaky damage. He lands that E, gets some armor shred, gets a Q to follow it up. His W to blast him, right? You can get a good burst of damage if a combo hits just right. But we'll have to see how that goes. Xerath into Vex. Xerath not playing picking a mobile mage, trying to just harass with pure damage and outranging Vex to deny her any chance to get in on him comfortably. Bot lane, Jinx and Karma want to chill. Chiller Frost wants to chill. They want to scale up from what I can tell. They want to absorb the aggression from Kai'Sa and Tahm Kench. It's going to be an early aggression, right? Level 2 priority is probably going to be in their favor. And they just want to get to mid to late game with that Jinx. That's their insurance policy. So I imagine a lot of action is going to be happening on the top side towards those in the early to mid game. Maybe trying to favor. MDF is probably going to try to favor the Heralds early until 14 minutes when they can start making TP plays to the bot lane and securing dragons. So maybe we'll see the first dragon or two go over to Revolution, who have a bit more favored bot side and mid lane, at least in terms of agency early on. But it'll be that second, third, or fourth dragon take that I think the game will start exploding, and we'll see where things go from there. But yeah, so it's going to be pretty fun. I'm excited for it. MDF is good friends of Revolution, right? We like these guys. A lot of these guys used to play with GSG back in the day, and obviously MDF is run by our good friends Pitiful and Brennan, MXL. So we like these guys. So it's a little bit of friendly rivalry, and this whole week has been a collection of friendly rivalry. We had GSG on Tuesday between Revolution Ice Age and GSG Sigma in the BOL Plat tournament. Yesterday we had our friend Feathers and Fur versus Revolution Halcyon in BOL Gold. Tonight, obviously, we see MDF and Shenggold in ZGG Gold. And then tomorrow might be the most exciting match for me personally, just because there's a lot of history in the IBS space between the people on the Donut Shop Chocolate playing in the EDL tournament versus the Revolution Frontline team. Good history. And so maybe some new history in the making between the top laners, Leper, Koopa, and Chicky Pie. But we'll talk more about that tomorrow. And we'll see. I think that's the streamed game. So you won't be seeing my face here. We'll be live and hanging out watching Elemental League stream that game. Right now, we got about 30 seconds before we get into the game. And everyone, one of the things that I had an issue with yesterday, so let me know, make sure audio quality is healthy and happy. But one of the things I had issues with yesterday was the league game audio just died. Just died halfway through the first game, maybe, when I was trying to fix my audio settings and stuff. So give me some love if it's giving some issues. Scuffed cast, of course, but yeah, we're getting into it. I'm pretty excited. I don't imagine we're going to see anything beyond a 5-point prep for this, unless we see some Tom Kench shenanigans in the laning phase or in the setup before the minion spawn. But we're getting into the game here real quick. Let me see here. Pull this up. In game rev, we're going to jump this over to there it is. All right, I'm going to show you guys we'll show a little janky scene here real quick. But oh, that's not the right one. Rev blue. Transition. All right. Oh, here we're getting into it. You guys get to see a little bit under the hood here as I get everything ready to go. And we're into it, folks. The champions have spawned onto the rift. The minion counter has begun before they start roaming the rift in the lanes. And out into the fields we go. I lied to you. I expected a 5-point, but it looks like we're going to get a little bit of action. Cheesy bot lane invade action from the side of Revolution in B4. And Wancina leading the charge on the Trundle and Tom Kench in the bot lane. But Gouda Gang taking a 5-point position. This is a little bit of an interesting approach here. Taking into the lane bushes in the bot side, checking them out, making sure no one's there. And they're going to work their way through the fog of war the best they can. They should be getting spot out here by Jinx. Jinx might be in trouble. Jinx is AFK. She's going to get snared, or she's going to get tongue lashed and has to flash out or risk getting CC'd by Sion. Early advantage for that bot lane, and hey, that works out. They're playing to their advantage. That's what we want to see from Revolution Halcyon. I think that flash is worth it. You're not going to lose a lot from Bam. I don't think is going to lose a lot from not having that flash in the first 5 minutes. Play a little bit safer, but you're already going to play safe. You might lose a little bit of farm, but but all things considered, I love to see it. I love to see the level 1 shenanigans and the level 1 fuckery. I love it. Makes me happy. So we'll want to keep an eye on Lespanx and NB4. The impromptu synergies, is it going to work? Is it not? The E-Sub and the fast becoming veteran support player getting a lot of experience here with us at Revolution. Vandrel on that Echo jungle, clearing mid, and we're going to see Trundle and Echo have a bit of a mirrored clear to start. And we might see that level 2, level 3 action at the top lane. It's going to be favored. That's going to be what Echo wants to do. Empowered a Mantra Q from Chiller Frost. Going to poke in before down a little bit, but really not a lot of pain. So Bam putting a little bit of, spending a little bit of mana here early to try to counteract the lost Summoner spell, and before trying to trade onto Killer Frost, even support combat. So Bam trying to push for that level 2 first, so that they don't get punished even more for, or so they don't get punished too heavily for not having flash on Bam on the Jinx. Missing one farm, but that's all right. We aren't going to jump for that. So first level 2 spike goes to Chiller Frost, but and Bam, but it's nothing too crazy. Level 2 for Lespanx and NB4 soon after. Respecting the level 2 from Jet on that Tom Kench. Have to take it easy. Have to give him some space. Oh, let's see here. I'm going to turn that music down, folks. I'm sorry. I forgot that was still playing, but Let's see. Okay. Sorry, returning to focus. Bit of a trade war in the mid lane, but Skelly P's Xerath has tools in his kit to help him sustain, at least from a mana perspective, through those trades. Not a lot of action happening yet on the bot lane, but they're threatening the action. Matra Q goes a little bit wide, but it's alright. She's not really losing out on a lot of mana right now. We're gonna maybe see some action on the top side. So Trundle, I think, got a little bit of a. Let's see, what did Trundle get? Trundle got some exploration, but he's going to get the first gank in the top lane. Dobbs is under pressure from Wancina. Raptor and Wancina doing their best to take out Dobbs. He does not have anything except for Flash. He's going to jump away. He's able to jump over the wall. Vangel's coming here to protect him. Vangel's going on the back line. First blood goes over to Wancina as Raptor has to run away. Vangel might be in trouble. He flashed into the fight, but does he have enough damage? He does not. He's going to fall double kill onto Wancina. This Trundle is getting started early. That is not what we want to see on the top side of the map for the desired strong side for Madrid du fromage, or whatever the hell it's called. I'm sorry, guys. Britain's gonna be so upset with me that I can't say it right. But early kills, early action for Juan Cena, getting that gank, scouting out that red buff early, trying to get an understanding of where Vangel was, and capitalizing good communication and good synergies from Raptor and Juan Cena to keep him alive without not losing a lot for this early kill. Some damage down from Karma. Hortensia, also I'm going to be referring to Hortensia as JMX or Vex. So JMX is the IGN or the Discord name for. Oh, hang on a second. We got a little bit of action here. Lespanx is not able to get out. NB4 is going to jump out with Abyssal Voyage, but the tether is going to lock down Lespanx. No heal, no flash. He's just going to die straight up. First kill over to Bam. It looks like maybe the bot lane is going to be the heavy focus, and at the pivot to bot lane focus for the side of MDF might be the right move here. Bam, a famously talented marksman player and just general mainstay of the gold scene. Definitely someone you want to put your gold into and get the ball rolling with him. Vangel, great adaptation, going bot lane, getting that first kill, forcing Lespanx to reset, through death. But got to secure themselves that first dragon, pivoting away from that top lane early gank. Not going to try to gank that. Not going to try to gank that Scion, even though Scion is down on farm. And Dobbs is doing a great job of keeping himself in the game, even though he did have that early first death. So while the kills and goal might be in favor of Revolution, I think that right now the tempo in the last few minutes is definitely swinging towards MDF. Not a lot of action in the mid lane. Decent farming from both sides. Poke damage coming out from Skelly P. He does have level 6 and full mana, and JMX has no mana. Did just hit level 6, but I think this is where you start to see the Xerath pick really fill in its shoes here, and we're seeing why they picked it into Vex. The harass, the innate sustain on the mana, and the range helps force. It doesn't allow JMX the opportunity to go all in with his poke and dive. Wancina, you do not have a mana healthy JMX to support you, but you do have a eager NB4 who's in the area to help support and make sure nothing too crazy happens. JMX trying to push the wave out. And we're going to shake hands and move on. Vangel's going towards the top side. Scion has had a reset and has TP'd to lane. He's gotten his Ninja Tabby, plated steel cap, or plated, what? Is that what they're called? Plated steel caps, yes. Kind of tripped myself up there a little bit. But yeah, so even action across the board right now. Chiller Frost, clearing out vision. I think the next moment, the next thing we're going to be looking for is going to be the Herald on the top side. We do see that both junglers have mirrored each other's rotations, and they are both approaching this top lane. Vision control is pretty solid for both sides, at least defensively, so there's not going to be a lot of good approaches deep, but it may not be deep enough. The vision may not be. Oh, hang on. So we got to engage on the bot side. In before it gets rooted up. He's by the choppers and then almost rooted up again by the W from Chiller Frost. He does get some engage onto Chiller Frost, but it's not enough. Wancina's in the area. Slow down onto Dobbs. Dobbs gets knocked up by Scion Q. Ulti from Scion to knock him up. Dobbs, are you going to be able to ulti out or dash out? He's not going to be able to. That's going to be an auto attack and Q chomp killing spree for the Trundle in the top lane. That is just the game has flipped from what I expected on the draft, guys. I was 100% expecting to see 100% expecting to see priority swung the exact opposite direction given the champions selected here, but the nature of the game is different. In before, just a little shy of the knockup. He might be in trouble. He's getting knocked down. Has to pop gray health or else risk the ignite and Mantra Q damage ripping him to shreds. He's going to have to reset here in a second. But good aggression. It's a little bit tough right now. The absorbing, the approach that the karma doing a great job of helping support Bam in a way that allows him to absorb the pressure and then turn those engages on their head. So that's what we're going to probably see in a lot of these team fights for the side of MDF. It's going to be accept that engage, let them come into you, try to use your tools to mitigate that, the mobility from Graves, the mobility from Echo, the utility CC from Xerath, the Karma supporting the Karma utility. All those things are going to be tools that they can use to absorb pressure from Revolution. And then once Revolution has blown their CC and blown their cooldowns, that will be when MDF tries to look for a way into the fight and turn those fights around. So we're going to have to see what kind of pressure and what kind of disruption, right? So the onus is going to be on Revolution to mix up their approaches to team fights and not allow it to be predictable, because predictability is what's going to lend to the Chiller Frost ability. Oh, hang on. Jinx ulti good, thrown out to slow down Spanx' back. Maybe trying to threaten a kill. A little bit early, not quite enough damage, but definitely sets the timer. Oh, Chiller Frost going in. Spanx is on a ward. He is going to be in trouble. He has to flash away. Is he going to be able to get out? It looks like he is. Directed camera giving us a little bit of fortuitous direction. Saying, he's fine. He flashes out. He's okay. But that is a pretty serious shift in tempo, even further in favor of MDF in that bot lane. So this is an interesting game so far. Things are pretty even. Dobbs, Raptor, trading a little bit. Dobbs gets nicked by the slow field from Scion Q, decimating strike. Tom Kench rotating his way down. Trundle is also in the area. Trundle has quite a bit of items in his pocket, but NB4 doesn't have level 6 yet, doesn't have the tools he needs to help support his buddies. We're still at 10 minutes, so no TP plays from the top lane, so Raptor is just going to try his best to harass the top lane. Oh my goodness, Grey Health, NB4 is getting knocked down super low, but Trundle's in the area. Is everything getting blown by the side of MDF? Oh, the Vex dash ability isn't going to trigger. He misses it, but Chiller Frost looks like he's going to fall to an auto attack from Spanx and trying to push against the pressure that has been building, trying to alleviate some of that pressure so it doesn't blow like a bottle cap. Dragon is up soon, and there's tempo advantage. And Herald dropped in the bot lane. Great setup from the side of Shenggold to get themselves this next dragon, gets themselves a little extra gold, and try to alleviate the pressure that has been building in that bot lane. The pressure's not totally relieved. It is a 20, almost approaching 30 farm advantage for Bam. And a lot of cooldowns are blown in that last fight. And right now, Jinx ulti is going to go around the side, but Vex is going to get blown up by Vangel, going to get knocked down by that 3 auto proc, or that 3 ability proc. Spanx is in trouble. He's going to get knocked down by the Q from Vel'Koz, and Juan Cena is just going to fall. An overstay and a little bit of overconfidence from the side of Revolution, and great collapse, great patience from MDF to secure that second dragon, and get themselves 3 kills and about a 1.5k gold advantage. What is up, Pandorum? You coming out to hang out, watching us get our butts kicked a little bit here? Okay, is NB4 going to be able to get out? It looks like he's safe. He dodges the stuns. He dodges the snare. With that Abyssal Voyage, he's trying his best to be disruptive and be a part of the fight, but a little bit chaotic right now. This turret looks like it's going to fall. There's still plates, so it's going to take a lot to knock down that last plate with how many people are there. But Dobbs going to dodge out of the way. Raptor doesn't really care about what Dobbs has to show. His W proc absolutely putting the hurt down. Let's see. What is he maxing right now? He's maxing Q for the damage and then W second on that Scion. So I like to see it. First turret might be going down, but Engage gets a double knockout from NB4 on that Tom Kench. Chiller Frost is in trouble. She's getting slowed down, going to get stunned. We're going to get some damage by Spanx onto that. The wall knockup by Wansina onto Bam. Bam is in trouble. Is it going to go over to Spanx? It looks like it will. Spanx gets a double kill and a shutdown. And again, we're trying to alleviate that pressure. Spanx is still way down on farm, over 30 farm down, but kills and shutdowns is exactly what you need. But the game is a little bit tough right now. Farm advantages for everyone on the side of MDF except for Dobbs. And it's just even in the top lane. We're seeing the lane matchups. This is talking in draft a little bit. This is kind of what I think we wanted to see. What MDF wanted to see was their draft, their comp needed to get lane advantages. They didn't have the same type of straight up team fight synergy. But what they did have was a lot of lane advantages and good counter picks, and so they needed to generate gold and item leads to snowball from lane into the mid game. So stun, massive synergy. What? Oh my goodness, you could see it. You could see it right there. The stun from Xerath right into the setup for the Rocket. Vangel might be in trouble, a little overconfident, but he does have Skelly P in the area to help support him. He's going to also have ulti. He's going to pop that, try to get out in the other direction. I'm going to have a little bit of a stutter on my stream. Skelly P probably going to drop the slow field suppression onto Vangel. Is Vangel going to get out? Q from Wansina after the flash is going to secure that kill. A bloody game so far, everybody. 7 kills in favor of Revolution, 5 to MDF in a wonderful setup. Man, if MDF had plays of the game, that was sexy right there. That was great play from Xerath and Jinx. The synergy between Skelly P and Bam to know the perfect distance, the perfect timing. Not a lot that Vex could do with that global rocket coming in, not knowing it was coming. But gotta respect the setup. Now as you know they're gonna be playing for that, you gotta be able to be ready to drop those flashes if you're gonna get stunned. Because you could die from across the map. Wansina's going to hunt down Chillerfrost. Chillerfrost doesn't really have any support except for Xerath, who's on his way. The snare comes down. The Mantra Q comes down. Xerath is looking over. Maybe going to toss a Q. Going to drop a ward. Vex going to try. Oh, Q going to go. Or Stun's just going to go a little bit shy. Xerath is going to be hurting so much as this game gets going. We really want to see Vex get some gold here. But Bam is in the area. Bam is not afraid of JMX's Vex right now. Going to drop the rocket. Going to get body blocked. But Xerath ulti going at range, trying to knock down the last little bit of health that Vex has left, but it's not going to be enough. Man, a lot of aggression, a lot of tempo coming from the side of MDF. They're losing a little bit here and there from some trades and some pickup kills by Revolution. Obviously, it's 7-5, but I gotta say, tempo swings a little bit in Rev's favor, but it keeps going back heavier and heavier towards MDF. It's gonna be interesting to see how these team fights start to play out. Now that we're in the third dragon, we're well and truly out of the laning phase. Items and mythics are starting to roll in for both sides. Well, at least for the side of MDF, they got 3 mythics. We want to see Shenggold get some more farm under their belt. That's really the hardest part for the game right now. We've got a 40 farm advantage for Bam in the bot lane, almost 40 farm advantage for Xerath in the mid lane. Raptor, I think, ulted into the top lane to try to absorb some farm. Raptor really the highlight right now. Raptor, Wansina, and the synergies in the skirmishes from Revolution. But those synergies are only going to get them so much if they continue to fall behind in the farm game and not try to not focus on closing those gaps for at least one of their players. I'd love to see them close the gap for Lispank so he can shred the squishies, or Vex, right? Pick one of those two to at least funnel some gold onto for now to get them some items so that they can really disrupt and blow up the backline fights. But yes, Dano, we got that face reveal. Because I've never revealed my face before on stream. But hey, you know what? So Dan and I and some of our friends, we were talking because I'm at 95 followers, and we're trying to figure out what do we do when we hit 100. And one of my friends, Austin, he said, face reveal. Well, here you go, guys. Early 100 follower present. All right, so Dragon is up. TPs are available for only Raptor on that Scion. Early positioning, but not necessarily a lot of vision control for the side of Revolution. They are in the spot, but they don't have great awareness of the approach that the side of MDF is going to take. Skelly P is going to poke him down. Bam's going to poke him down, and it's going to be. Oh, hang on a second. Raptor might be in trouble. He might need his friends to come help him out. He is super durable, but once you get 3, 4, 5 teammates onto him, it might not be enough. It looks like going to follow the organic flow of the game. MDF is going to say, all right, take Dragon. We've got 2 of them. We're going to go for this. We're going to go for this Herald and try to continue to stack our advantages in the turrets and the structures on the map. I think that's the right play for MDF, right? They didn't get a pick. They didn't quite get the setup they needed to domino the fight, slowly bleed out Revolution, because that's kind of how they want to play these fights. A straight up 5v5 team fight is, even if they're up on gold, is really going to go mostly in the favor of Revolution. Despite the gold advantage that's accruing, it's something they want to be careful about. But Wansina getting shredded, he might have a lot of gold. Let's see how much gold he has in his pocket. 2,000. Absolutely, you guys need to reset. The reset timers have been significantly offset for Revolution this game, and it makes it tough when you have such a heavy farming composition on the other side with Xerath, Karma, and Jinx. It's going to make it hard for anyone to reset, anyone to have a chance to back. Obviously, the range top lane is shoving down those turrets. That's the kind of win condition. It's a very soft, very squishy win condition for MDF, but they're playing it very well. They are focusing on playing to the groove of the game, right? They're not forcing any plays. They're getting the picks, and they're letting their veterancy and their synergies come into play. JMX is getting harassed down consistently. Juan Cena has nothing to go with. This is one by one the perfect fight, stacking the gotta go fast for for Bam, and it's one after the other. It's a quadra kill. Is it going to be a pentakill? Bam's going to get the pentakill. Oh my goodness, just a casual pentakill for Bam, one after the other. The perfect team fight for Jinx. And that's where the game's going to swing. It wasn't at third dragon, but it was around that time, guys. I think the game is swinging pretty heavily against Revolution right now. Very clearly. 6k gold deficit. Only 2 kills, but all of the outer turrets are falling except for one. And Herald is coming down to break the base here in just a moment. Whew. A really challenging team comp for MDF to pull off. But they're doing a great job of making it happen. Revolution had a really strong early game that Juan Cena showing off some synergies and some awareness to get some leads to try to alleviate pressure in the bot lane and eliminate the top lane pressures. But I think the draft and the execution on the draft is really coming into force right now. Oh man, yeah, a little bit tragic, Shang, but I think I feel like for Revolution's sake, what has gone wrong and what can be fixed is pretty straightforward. I think it's a matter of trying to neutralize. Yeah. I think it was. Sorry, I'm reading chat here a little bit. Dan, good point. I think that was the turning point for the game, right? This is like an 80% chance that MDF win is their game to lose. And right now, Revolution needs to try to find their ways into the game. We do have ulti and flash and TP for Raptor. He's going to try to force his turret down and maybe get out. One more auto attack's going to get it. He doesn't get it. He's going to be able to flash to get range, but he's not going to be able to get the ulti off. Vandal has to flash away because he could risk dying to this if he does have his ulti, though. Raptor doing his best to survive. Raptor is absolutely a highlight for them right now. His durability is out the roof. Hang on a sec. We're having a little bit of action in the bot lane. Dude, I got to say this. Without Scion and... Oh my goodness, the flash snare! Flash stun from Skelly P onto Vex. Skelly P is absolutely flexing on the Xerath. Really, really tough matchup for Vex as it turns out this game. But it's really hard. One of the things that MDF's roster is doing that I'm seeing is they're forcing you to. They're not allowing you to commit one way or the other. You step up to try to get some damage, you're going to poke. And you're going to back off because you see right here, right? You can't get a good in because of the range. The consistent CC and the damage output they can put down. And so you have to back away. Then you try to step up to try to fight because you want to fight because they're pushing your turrets down. And then you have to back away because you're getting poked down. And you try to step up, you try to back away, and eventually you're just going to get a kill. And then that's going to snowball into more damage and more movement speed from Bam. And Karma's going to be there to help amp everything up. And it's this frenetic, tense, anxious team fight. Or kind of skirmishy style, and they're playing it so well from MDF. NB4 trying his best to get in, but just cannot get the knockup that he needs. We want to see Vex try to get into that backline. Unstoppable Scion's going to get the 1000k shutdown. The ulti's going to blow him up, and this is the kind of thing you want to see from Revolution. Commit to the team fight. Get it in there, and go in and blow them up. Get that team fight. Don't dance around it. Play around your ultimates. Play around your CC setup, and just commit to the fight. Once you get to them, they're squishy, they're weak, and you can blow them up. You just got to get some crowd control. You got to get up in their face and lean into your own team comp style. Hortensia coming around, trying to help out his buddy NB4. CC, Grey Hell Shield. NB4 is going to fall to the last auto attack, but it should be enough for Vex to kill him. Hang on a second. Oh, a little bit of overconfidence and a little bit of well-played GG from Dobbs to get that kill. 2v1. Comes out with 2 kills, even though he does die. It's going to be third dragon over to... MDF. All things considered, great sequence right there for Revolution up until those last 2 deaths. But Juan Cena to come in. He's saying, "I'm coming. I'm here for you." Juan Cena is a little bit playing aggressive. I like to see that energy, but he might be in trouble. He needs to back away. He doesn't have backup from his team. He has no. Oh, the dragon was stolen. He has no flash to get out. He didn't have. He wasn't able to get the Q smite to secure it. But you know what? He's playing with aggression, and you got to play with aggression when you're this far behind. That's the only way you're going to get back into the game. Commit to a decision. Make it happen. Unfortunately, Unstoppable Onslaught has to be blown in order for Scion to get back into position with his team. We want to hold on to that ultimate because that is the best tool in the kit for Revolution to be able to get onto the front line and the back line, the whole team, rather, of MDF. Really depends on what Raptor can do with this Scion pick. I do like the synergies. I think the execution from the side of Revolution is going to need a little bit of a revisit. They're going to need to revisit it, but I think the general structure and flow is not a bad idea, especially into the comp that we're seeing here. I want to see Vex get in there. I want to see Vex get in there. Come on, get in there and blow everything up. Let's go. MD4 has to back out. Lespanx is trying his best to get some damage down. Dobbs is up against Juan Cena. This is going to be a battle of the wallets. Juan Cena, lots of damage early in the game. He's just shy. He might fall to grace if he overchases Raptor, trying to help protect his team. MD4 has to get out or risk the third proc damage. Going to be decimating strike down onto Vandal, but it's not going to be enough. The shields, heals, and mobility is going to mean he's going to get out. Hortensia trying his best to get in there and trying his best to lay down the hurt. Graves was forced out, but he's going to heal up using his items. Let me show you guys the items real quick. Sorry, folks. Unstoppable onslaught onto Vandal. He doesn't have any way to get out. Left turn into dead. Thank you. Thank you for visiting this tour by Raptor, but it looks like Dobbs is coming in, going to blow up those Nexus turrets. Yeah, sorry, Shang. I toggled items. Fixed. I think the delay on the game. Yeah, sorry about that. So some bright spots for Revolution here. Their team, when they're committing to the team fights, they're playing them generally pretty well, right? They're doing a great job prioritizing targets, and they've kind of hit their synergies. They kind of hit their marks now. The issue is just it's probably 10 to 15 minutes a little bit too late for them. Objectives are stacking against them. Baron's coming in. They have one turret and a naked inhibitor on the map, but doesn't mean FF. That means play it out, because what you're going to gain here is the energy and the tempo into the next game. Have aggressive, effective team fights together as a team and use that to get yourselves in the right mindset for game 2 to get that win and reverse sweep this game out. Baron's going to go over to MDF. A clinical game, even though they're not very far ahead on kills, they have almost 9,000 gold advantage and an entire suite of turrets and objectives on their rap sheet. Vision, Juan Cena's on Vision. Skelly P's running him down. He's going to get stunned. He's going to have a snare to prevent him from getting out. Slow, ulti, and he's going to die. A little bit aggressive, not enough vision control from that. We have a lot of blue wards, but not a lot of blue trinkets, but not a lot of red wards out on the map yet. But it's hard to criticize. It's hard to criticize vision when your map is as bare bones as it is currently from a structures perspective. But the wraparound from the side of Revolution, they're going to try to separate out the 3 members of MDF. Skelly P is going to get knocked up. He's going to get blown up in just a moment, maybe. Lespanx, Prayseeker is going to go wide. Chiller Frost is in danger. Lespanx trying to blow him up. Dobbs is shredding Lespanx. He's going to fall. And before has to run away. Vangel's pushing Baron into the base. A noble fight. Good effort. That's what we want to see. Play the team fight out, because the team fight here is not to win the game or save the game, but to set yourselves up for the mental for the next game. Juan Cena coming back in, going to try his best. He does have a pretty healthy wallet, 2.5 items in his belt, but he's not going to be enough to fight the 3-man front from MDF. But he's going to get in there. He's going to say, all right, you can kill me if you want. I'm going to try to fight you down. We're going to press R, going to heal it up. But there goes the Nexus, and there goes game 1 in favor of the Gouda gang. Macherie du Fromage, or however the hell you're supposed to say that. What a game. What a execution on a very squishy and odd team comp. They played the laning phase very well and got them the advantage. They transitioned that well into, they adapted, right? They had great laning, a decent laning phase. There was a couple highlight plays from Juan Cena and Raptor in the top lane. Adaptations from Vandal to start building that pressure in the bot lane around their main win condition on BAM, and then they played those mid-game team fights around after the third dragon so well. And I think going to the next game, it's going to be Revolution's job to adapt, right? Revolution needs to. They had the strong points for Shenggold in that game were when they committed as a team and leveraged their ultimates effectively, right? And I think that might be first game jitters. We have an E-sub and still a very new team playing together with not a lot of practice time. So big highlights for Revolution there going into the next game. I liked the team fight comp. I liked seeing them go in, and great synergies between MB4 and Juan Cena and Raptor to play those team fights out together. They just need more tools to be able to land. They need to be able to land those CCs and be able to have the tools to help synergize more effectively. The Tahm Kench, I think, was good. I just think it struggled. I think we saw it struggle a lot there. But we're going to be getting into game 2 here in just a moment. Let me update these score sheets. Hello, everyone that is new to joining us today. Hope you guys are having fun. Let me get out of this real quick. I need to stop talking so you guys can get into game. Oh, sorry. You don't see the secret chats with me and Shang. Oh, no. He was messaging me in game. Don't worry, I had it hidden. During game, at the very least. But let's see here. Let me get into that next game. I need to pull up the. Oh, where'd it go? You need to pull up the next tournament code. We're gonna get in on game number 2 here in just a moment, folks. Spectate. Oh, wait, hang on a sec. We were waiting on Wanzina. Man, I got so many friends online right now. It's crazy. Who'd have thought? But yeah, so sorry guys, trying to help get that thing set up real quick. I'm gonna have to jump into Spectate in a moment. But let's go look at the drafts that we just saw in that previous game. So we're gonna switch it over here. Let's update the score right quick. MDF is currently up 1 to Revolution's 0 in the best of 3 series tonight in ZGG Gold Week 2. Shenggold had highlights, right? We want to see them lean more into those things. I think the Tom Cantor was a good pick. I think it did what we wanted it to do. It was going to do what we wanted it to do, but we wanted to lead more with the Scion Ultimates and maybe something that could lead the fights, be another complementary opener to team fights in the jungle would help more. But the Trundle was a lot of utility and did have a great early game. I'm not trying to criticize the picks at all. I'm just trying to think through, like, if we had something that could do something similar to, like, let's say Hecarim or something like that, or even Udyr, right, to throw it back to last year, something that could also complement the opening of a team fight, the opening engage of a team fight, like what Scion has. Get a couple of those so you don't relying on the one champion and the one cooldown. But otherwise, I think excellent play from MDF, really showing their veterancy and really showing how to play a very complex draft very effectively. I think there's opportunities to exploit that. I think there's some good skill matchups in the laning phase. I want to see JMX on something maybe he's a little more comfortable with. But he was matched up against a surprisingly talented Skelly P Xerath. I say that's surprising because I don't know nothing about Skelly P. You seem like a great fella, but oh, hang on a sec here. Spec. Grab that spec. But your Xerath blew me away. And the synergy between Bam and Skelly P on that one kill in that mid lane. There's honestly quite a few highlight plays for MDF. I hope you guys get a chance to check that out. Not a selfish promo by any means. All right. Draft number 2 is not quite started yet, but I have the draft link, so we're going to. Oh, I need to fix my. Oh God. Oh man. My scene for the other draft for the flipped sides is real bad. Oh, it's real ugly. Let's see if I can fix that. Nope. It's real bad. Real bad. Okay. Let's see how this looks. All right, we're gonna transition over. That looks okay. Oh, that zero's so off. This is the part that I struggle with, guys. My everything that you're seeing here, I've made myself, and I've made it poorly. It's like chicken wire and duct tape. But okay, there's a little bit more balance to it. All right, I'm gonna bring the music up a little bit so you guys can have some jams in the background. Oh shit. I'm causing problems. I was a nerd sitting in spec as I was trying to get things set up. All right, what's up, Benoit? How you doing, man? You having fun? Hanging out? When are you gonna? We gotta figure out what team. You don't have a preference for what team you want to do a joint cast with me on? I'm excited. I'm excited for when we get to that. It won't be this week. It will probably be the week after next, or one of those next 2 weeks. I'd love to do it though. That'll be fun. You don't have to be on camera if you don't want to, by any means. Just need your sultry, sexy voice getting in here. Yeah, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. You gave me the days that worked. We'll make it work. I think a Monday, if we can get a Monday in sometime, so we can stream the ZGG Plat run for Ice Age, because they have some fun game stuff planned for that. Let me stop rambling here real quick and let me put in the next OPGG, or not the next OPGG, the drafts. Oh, red is on the blue side this time, y'all. Let me fix that up here. Back to the less scuffed, but still scuffed one. Oh my god, look at that zero. It's so bad. Ah! There we go. Okay, so Not a lot of differences, but some adaptation here for the side of Revolution, taking away the Jinx. They're not prioritizing Jinx first pick for themselves, and they don't want them to have. They just don't want that hyper carry for Bam. Graves taken away in the top lane. That punished the tank picks from. That punished Raptor's tank picks, right? Raptor is a very effective tank player, but Graves, while not necessarily getting kills, was able to get a lot of lane pressure and a lot of gold from plates and from farm advantage over the tank on that Graves. So great move by Dobbs. Senna first pick for the bot lane of Revolution. And to update, we have Thanatos joining us today. He was able to make it for Game 2, and we have all the bans as per usual. So the bans remain the same for MDF. They're going to take the Kaisa this time. It was taken away from them before, and they're going to take it this time. That might signal a switch up in the playstyle. Kaisa is a much more versatile, kind of dance around the team fight. Oh, here we go. Team fight all in aggro laning phase. They're going to try to punish the Senna pick with the Kaisa Nautilus, as well as punish the team fights of what they expect to be a bit more laid back, kind of sit back type composition coming out of Revolution. So the Nautilus coming in hard, the Kaisa coming in hard. Nautilus was banned by MDF last game, taken away from NB4, so they're trying to get that double efficiency from picking this. Shen for the top lane and Kane for one. Cena, my dude, let's go. I love to see some good Kane play. Always really exciting for me. I love Kane. One of my good buddies, Dank Dragon, Purple Dragon, is an absolute beast on Kane. It's a good time when you can have a Kane on the team. A good Kane is really fun to play with. Shen in the top lane, the classic General Danobi pick. Can't have a Revolution series or season without some good Shinobi top lane. Oh man, if placed above the verses, that's a really good point. If we like had the top. Could hyphenate the 0-1. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so one of the issues, Dan, and I appreciate the feedback. Because I want to iterate on this scene. This is a scene I made last summer, and I made the background, which includes the verses and the colors and the decals, in Photoshop. So the stuff that's actually assets in OBS is the Sheng is the only one York one trick we have right now, but we need to come up with another. Chicky Pie, if you tune in tomorrow, Dan, if you have a chance, if you guys aren't doing trivia and stuff, but if you have a chance to tune in tomorrow to the Elemental League stream, Chicky Pie, the top lane for Revolution Frontline, he's like you. He's junior you, I swear. And so you might enjoy watching him. He's actually playing against Leopard tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, all the assets, everything, the verses is built into the background, so I can't really move that around right now. But I think I might try to rebuild this entire thing, just because it's old, it's a year old, and I put it together when I was a wee baby streamer. But right now, you guys don't want to hear me talk about the assets. We got stuff. We got the bans have wrapped up. We had Xerath and Aurelia taken away from Skelly P and from Dobbs, I believe. It could also be Skelly P's Aurelia. Cassiopeia and Vex, they respected the Vex. If no Xerath counter, they don't want to give the Vex over to JMX. All things considered, JMX did a great job into that counter pick, surviving the pressure the best he could, but Skelly P's Xerath was so good. Hecarim picked up to complement the all-in engage. We're really seeing the flavor of MDF's draft here. This is, we're going to go in, we're going to blow you up, we're going to disrupt your backline. No tools you have is going to stop us from going in with this Hecarim and Akali. Mordekaiser I really like. Mordekaiser is great at that kind of, come to me, we'll fight, I'm going to take you away, I'm going to disrupt, I'm going to blow you up, and you can't kill me, I'm going to heal, I'm going to shield, I'm going to deal out that damage. Last pick coming in for Revolution, Halcyon. Now the question is, where's that Mordekaiser going to go? Because I just realized we have Shang and Mordekaiser, and Syndra. So that's Syndra mid, Kane jungle, Senna bot, Mordekaiser bot? Are we going back to some Season 6 Mordekaiser stealing Dragon Soul kind of shit? Because I am not here for it. I hated that so much. That entire nonsense. What a absolute disaster of a champion rework that was. Shen support. Oh, it could be Shen support. Because that Shen does seem more of a support. But like Mordekaiser seems more of a Raptor pick in this game than it does a MB4 Thanatos pick. So farming Shen bot is your take. I think it's going to be a farming lane, the bot lane, but I don't know who it's going to be. Thank you everyone for joining. Hope you guys are having a good time. Got a bunch of you guys joining me in today, and then it's I know it's, as always, it's a scuff cast, but it's a good time. We're having fun, and I'm glad to be doing this. It's working my vocal muscles. It's helping me practice how to talk. I mean, I do a lot of talking for my job day to day. Like, that's 99% of what I do. But it's good to have practice kind of trying to ad hoc, ad lib stuff because it helps. One of the things I struggle with is I will put a lot of filler words in and I'll butcher my sentences and I'll speak too fast. I'll get ahead of myself. And this is really good practice for helping me, like, thought out, kind of get a nice word, like almost stream of consciousness that's a little bit constructed and shaped. Um, so personally, I really value the chance to do this kind of stuff. But right now, we are getting into the picks, the client pick ban draft. Interesting Cassiopeia ban. It looks like the strategy for MDF is cover the spread in the first round of bans and then pick who they want to narrow it in. Also, guys, I feel really dumb. But I just saw the Galio pick. I have said nothing about it. Let's go Galio. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, let's go. I'm here for it. Ah, shit. I wish I could tell them what skin to play. I want to see. Oh man, I want to see Infernal Galio with the pearl skin. Oh, it's that rainbow, that white pink rainbow color. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely clutch. And then Commander Galio, but the best is Enchanted Galio. Oh, this makes me want to play League, guys. Like, I want to go play Galio and I'm gonna go play Rammus right now. Fuck this shit. I'm not gonna stream this stuff. I'm just gonna go play League and you guys can watch me be garbage. No, I'm kidding. God, I love Galio. Love him. I'm so excited for it. One of my absolute favorite champions of the game. Absolute thick boy Chad champion. Always here for it. Pandorum, you are much too kind to me. I love that you're here hanging out with us, giving us the good vibes. One of the things so I got some more people in chat. If you guys type !Viva, V-I-V-A, it's on a 5-second cooldown, but I got Nightbot set up. So you guys have at least 2 commands. You got the socials command, you got the Viva command. It's gonna have something happen. So throw it out there and see what happens. It's nothing crazy, but it's a little bit of fun. Let me update the score here real quick. Yeah, there we go. So we're getting into draft. So that's going to be a Kali top, Galio mid, Hecarim jungle for MDF, and we're going to see the Nautilus Kaisa as the one normal part. That's one thing that this draft is doing, that this team is doing, MDF, is mixing up the picks. You can't really tell where anything is going to go. They're going to go all over the place. Yeah, Viva la Revolution, dude. I love it. I'm having a little bit of fun with that. I like it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We're having a good time. It looks like, Dan, you called it. The Shen in the bot lane. I assume that's going to be a farming Shen. I think. All right, we're going to go check out. I just saw Brandon post in the MDF Discord. They're up 1-0. He's super hyped for him. Yeah, it's been a good. Hey, for anyone who's coming over to watch, hyped game. If you can, go back and check out game 1 later tonight or tomorrow. Big props, big ups to MDF. They played a really complex draft very effectively, and they did a really good job of managing the transition from the laning phase where they were focusing on getting that gold advantage into a very effective mid game. But as we get to see and confirm what our drafts are, we have a Kali in the top lane, which is the spiciest pick, one of the spicier picks here. I don't want to dismiss the Revolution How's the Shenggold draft here with Mordekaiser in the top, who I think is going to be a big centerpiece for this team. The Raptor top lane Mordekaiser is going to be pretty cool to see. Juan Cena getting to flex on that Kayn. You don't get to see a lot of Kayn in competitive. I'm ready for it. He can be a hit or miss champion in competitive, but when he pops off, he is so much fun to watch, and he can always pull a game back from behind if he gets enough time. Syndra in the mid lane, I love seeing a good Syndra game. Into Galio especially. Syndra into Galio, I used to think Galio was a good counter pick for Syndra, but back in the day, Shanghai, I love your drafts, man. I'm a fan of it. The Senna, Shen, the Syndra into Galio. I don't think you picked the Syndra into Galio, but the Galio pick into Syndra is going to be interesting. I used to think that was a Galio favorite matchup until I played Kurt, the OG Victor boy, the Revolution legend mid laner from our very first roster. When we used to play together, we would sit down and have 1v1s before games, and sometimes we'd play shit like Victor and Galio, or I'd play Pantheon, he'd play Galio. You know, we'd mix up the champions, right? And I used to think Syndra Galio was a Galio favorite matchup until I played against him. He wrecked me, dude. So I think there's a lot of skill. What I think there is there's a lot of skill there. And so I'm really excited to see how that goes. So yeah, we're going to send us over to intermission, and I am going to go get myself some water, and we're going to come back for the game. So I'm going to send you guys. I'm going to let you guys see our wonderful player cards as they slideshow across the screen here. 3, 2, 1, transition. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. NB4, Poppy Enthusiast. We've got quite the diverse roster here at Shenggold. But yeah, you guys hang out. I'll be right back. Hello and welcome back, everybody. We are just about to get into the game, and I forgot to do all of the prep work, so you get to see the guts of the stream again. All right, we're getting started. 15 seconds in, and are we gonna see another cheeky? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's going to be that. We're going to see some action happen here. Both teams coming in trying to get an invade. One scene is going to rotate up to the top side to try to scout out the fact that no one is there. We're going to see all 5 members of MDF approaching through. Oh my goodness, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Are they going to spook? Is this going to be a 4v5 off the bat? They see him. They see him. What's going to happen? We see a massive queue from Senna, but they're going to be a pull in. I can't tell what's happening. NB4 is going to have to flash out or risk dying. Raptor's going to get shredded. Vangel's going to hunt down Hortensia and Thanatos. That is an absolute massive W for the side of engage W for the side of MDF. I'm going to pause the music real quick because it is blowing my eardrums out. But what a start to the game. Summoners having to be blown only for NB4 on that one, and Ignite by Chiller Frost. So really, all things considered, it probably is not a huge loss. That Flash could get pushed down pretty hard, or could get punished pretty hard. But for now, I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy. Sorry guys, I'm distracted by the fact that our boy Shanghai just joined the channel. See, Shanghai, if you want to co-cast with me here, you absolutely can, if you're interested in that. But send me a DM. Send me a DM. But for now, I'm going to return my focus to casting. Gotta get myself reset here, guys. After a chaotic start for Senna stacks, If Kane was there, would have been he would have speed ran his form slightly unluck. Hey, you know what? I really like to see I liked what we saw there. Some interesting games for both sides. I mean, the side of MDF wants to see the beefy. Once they want to play team fight, right? They want to play beefy. They want to play frontline. So that steal, and they want to play strong, aggressive lanes in the bot lane and the mid lane. So getting to take the flash off of NB4, the farming Shen against a ranged, engaged bot lane duo, it's not a bad start. Not a bad start for them, but this is going to be an interesting bot lane, all things considered. Otherwise, nothing too crazy on this rest of the map right now. Dobbs trying his best to, trying his best. Oh, Todd coming in from NB4 onto Chiller Frost. Chiller Frost does not have Aftershock. Aftershock is now down, rather. A lot of that damage absorbed by Aftershock. Stacks for Thanatos, playing his favorite champion, Prestige Senna. Raptor in the top lane with a sexy Mordekaiser skin, gotta say. I love the visuals in the game right now. These are some pretty cool skins we got flashing. Dobbs trying his best to trade into this Mordekaiser, even farm and pretty decent health trades right now. But Mordekaiser is a tough lane, especially for melee matchups at the beginning of the game. Oh shit, guys! For a second there, I thought I was still muted on my mic. I was about to be like, "Did I miss that entire cast?" Oh, thank goodness I wasn't. Thank goodness I wasn't. But things are normalizing. 100 gold advantage for the side of MDF. That is mostly just the tempo. And oh, I'm sorry, it's the gold advantage for Kai'Sa in the bot lane. The farming Shen struggling to pick up some farm, but that's the nature of that early aggression and the farming melee champ with the Senna. So trying something interesting. I like the experimentation, and there's a lot of season to go in this spring season. And this is the time to practice, right? This is the time to really get a hold of the new mechanics, the new rosters, the new teams, and if you have a rough start, go crazy, right? Go crazy, have fun, and see where you go in summer too, because a lot of it's not two separate seasons in the amateur scene for a lot of these teams. It is two parts. It was one season with two splits, right? That is a semantic but significant difference in my mind, where you get a lot of your jitters out of the way. You can have success, of course, but like you get a lot of your jitters and a lot of the growth out of the way in that first split. Hang on, Wansina coming in on that Kane. Oh, Hortensia getting a great block on Skelly P's Justice Punch out. Not enough damage. Some auto attacks go on to minions. Some auto attacks get canceled. But good moves, good synergy from the side of it, JMX and Wansina. I like to see it. Raptor doing a lot of work to try to trade onto Dobbs. Dobbs doing his best to show he knows how to play this champion. Some interesting picks in the top lane, honestly. Graves and Akali. I like to see it. Bam getting chased down a little bit. Thanatos is trying to get his, and he does. He gets another stack off of Bam. That's all he's trying to do. Just trying to get that Senna damage stacking play for that mid game. Oh, Raptor, unfortunately, just a sliver of health. Oh, Flash! Oh, my goodness. But hey, they're on the same page. Bam and Chiller Frost trying their absolute hardest to capitalize on that absent-minded Thanatos, but the last take of the recall goes through, and they are free and clear. That might even up the lane a little bit, at least from a summoner's perspective, because now the flash advantage is in favor of Thanatos and NB4. Top lane action coming in here. Hortensia with the roam. Dobbs is invisible, but is it going to be enough? Oh, the stun's going to come through, but not enough. Not in not the right positions. First dragon. Oh my goodness, words are hard, guys. Not the right positioning. A little bit too close to turret. Mordekaiser wasn't able to get the pull in and capitalize. But great roams. Has to pull the flash. First dragon goes over to the side of MDF. They do have that tempo in that bot lane to be able to control that, and the roam from mid lane gives advantage for Skelly P to roam. Those are the things. Those are the sacrifices you make. But Wansina over the wall, trying to get in here, trying to find a way in. The stun goes down onto Skelly P, but he is just too big. He is a thick Galio who got, well, he doesn't have any health items, but he does have Tear. He does have his innate durability against magic damage. There's not going to be a lot you're going to be able to do, especially now that he's level 6. And you just need to farm up, absorb the waves, and continue the roams. I like the roams, especially with Predator Syndra. Keep that high energy pace up. Lean on your strong top side Raptor Mordekaiser. Right now, game's equalizing a little bit. Farm differences are not too crazy outside of the bot lane. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Double checking it. Mid lane is a pretty massive farm advantage. Skelly P really coming off as a highlight for this team. A rock that the MDF squad can pendulum off of. Really impressed with his farming and wave management and macro. Even though he hasn't left lane a lot in the last 2 games so far, in the first game and this game so far, he is engaging with his team when he can and doing a lot of work to capitalize on when the junglers are not present, all that other stuff, right? Really impressive mid lane from Skelly P. And great stuff from JMX. I think this is his first competitive game with Revolution on the big screen. And I'm liking this. I'm liking what I'm seeing. The confidence on this Syndra to just play it out. Right. Had a bit of a rough game on Vex, but he's coming in a new game, new Hortensia. He's gonna get taunted down, but he does dodge the no Justice Punch follow up and no Q follow up. Not a lot of damage going down from there. Aftershock is down on Galio. There's a chance for them to go in. We might see. Oh, Hecarim spotted out possibly on Vision. Hortensia maybe threatening to blow up Hecarim, but he's just getting the Galio getting some trades in. Juan Cena's over at the Raptors. We might have a little bit of a scuffle in the mid lane, but it looks like it's a gentleman's agreement to trade. Ooh, Kane's going over the wall in the mid lane. He's hunting down Galio. We're seeing a fight in the top lane, though. Raptor and Dobbs are trading. Oh, no! Unaware of Vandal being in the area. Massive damage coming out from both sides. But First Blood is going to go over to Kane. He's going to pick that up before Syndra dies to the Vandal Hecarim fight. Chiller Frost in the area to try to dissuade any further engagements. What an interesting fight. Oh, man, I love it. The one thing we can say about both of these games so far is bloody. Lots of action. Both teams playing with a lot of confidence, and I love to see it. Regardless of the outcomes, we like to see that for Revolution squads. A lot of high energy plays. If you looked at our Twitter and you saw Leper's quote on his player card, it was Tex wants everyone to play Unga Bunga dive under turret. We have an engage on the bot lane, snare into the taunt. Wanzine is in the area to help try to protect Thanatos, but he's dropping low. He's ignited. Bam's going to jump on the back line. That's going to be a dead Thanatos here in a moment. Chiller Frost is going to fall to NB4. Wanzina is NB4 taking out the supports, but it's not necessarily what you want to see. You want to see Thanatos get a kill, and you don't want to see Bam pick up those kills. We've seen what Bam can do with a lead last game, and it looks like he's getting a lead this game. Otherwise, looking at the map, farm difference is maintaining, not necessarily growing, which is a positive sign for Revolution, but 800 gold, pushing 1,000 here, advantage for MDF. Galio, not doing a lot of roaming quite yet, but he's just focusing on getting the lane. He's got a lot of damage right now, really just shredding the Hortensia. I don't think Syndra, at this point in the game, after that early laning phase is done, I don't think Syndra has anything she can do to Galio at this point. And it's just going to be push wave roam. Try to push the waves out and roam. Get some mana regeneration going on. You got the tier. That's the right move. Vandal's going to look for a dive. This is prime dive material. Skelly P is stepping up. Wait! Massive misses on both sides, but it's not going to be... Oh my goodness! Global plays, turning that fight around. The walking in a perpendicular line to the action of the game. Hang on a second. Thanatos is in trouble. They're countering. Wazin is coming in, trying to capitalize on the overstay under the turret. That's going to be one. Bam. Are you going to take any turret damage? You're not. Wazin is trying to pressure, but he does have ultimate, but he's not going to try to force it quite yet. Excellent reactive plays from Revolution and great proactivity from the side of MDF. What a move. We like to see it. Great evasion from JMX to dodge both the Justice Punch and the Hecarim dive, setting up for the Shen ulti, calling for that Shen ulti. Great synergies, great Senna ult, just all across the board, wonderful reactions, and great punish on the Senna by MDF to say, all right, well, shit's happening there. We're going to pull the trigger now. We're going to make something happen right away. We're not going to be like, oh, what do we do? Something's happening. Oh, we can't do anything about it. No, we're going to make something happen. We're going to dive this turret. Juan Cena, talking about action. Juan Cena's going to try to absorb the pressure from Vandal. Snare down. Thanatos just putting the hurt down, but Vandal doesn't take a lot of damage. He is absorbing that damage with that baby Sunfire, Bambi's Cinder. And that's going to be a dead Juan Cena. He's not quite durable enough yet. And Flash to finish the kill onto Mordekaiser. Oh my god, guys, I'm still processing the last fight, and we're getting kills on the top lane. We're having Dragon spawn. What a crazy game. I think this is the difference between these two teams right now. They both have bloodlust. Oh, okay. A little bit of juicy plays here. Both teams have a lot of bloodlust. Both teams want to fight, and they both have great team fight synergies. But I think there's a slight edge right now in MDF's favor, and a lot of that comes from that veteran gold scene skill sets in Bam and Skelly P. Vandal and Dobbs. These guys have been around for so long and played together for so long that they know they just have this innate ability to capitalize on changes in the meta of the game or in the state of the game, try to push advantages, play the soft, squishy gray areas of the game. So, all things considered, great game so far from both sides. 1,000 gold, pushing 2,000 gold advantage for the side of MDF. We're kind of in the same spot we were last game. They're accruing dragons, they're accruing that gold lead, and they're getting the farm lead, even though the kills are even, if not always in their favor. They're building that farm advantage and they're building the neutral objective advantage, and that's the veterancy, right? That's the teams played together for a while. They know their picks. They're playing wacky picks. I think fast forward to either summer or later this season, this game's going to look a lot different. Raptor showing a lot of confidence. He's playing in his own way, but he's down. Well, what? I'm looking at items right now, guys, and oh, hang on a second. JMX is going to get engaged on by 4 members of the side of MDF. They're going to have Bam jumping under the turret. You're going to have Galio jumping under turret, and this is the transition to the mid game. But Tankakali can go fuck itself. Just saying. Just saying. This shit, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it. We're going to look at this backing animation and not look at that goddamn bullshit. Holy shit. That makes me angry. I am an angry text when I see Tankakali. God damn it. No! Direct to camera, go away. We're going over here. And before, how you doing today? Looking good, man. Good job getting that farm. Hey, you're building tank like you should, because that's what you do, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're not an assassin building tank, right? Nope. You're a tank building tank. Okay, back to direct to camera. Nope. Direct to camera. Okay. That's not fair to not give Dobbs the screen time. I'm just pissed. Bugs me. All right. In before Thanatos trying to approach, trying to dissuade Bam and Chiller Frost from having too much time under turret. Thanatos trying to get the snare, but the minions say, nope, I want to eat that. See me, please. All right. Lots of damage from Bam. One more Prey Seeker, and he's dead. Got to get that heal off, or the minion's going to shred Thanatos. Looks like the game's getting a little bit out of control, but we do like to see the aggression. Juan Cena going in on this Dobbs tank Akali. It's bullshit how much damage you can do and not build any damage at all. Dobbs is just going to walk away. Not enough damage just yet, but Juan Cena's going to finish him off. We love to see it. Thanatos is going to get blown up by Chiller Frost. He's going to get cleaned up by Bam. In before, trying his best to shred Bam, but he does not have enough damage. He is full tank. And unfortunately, he's not Akali who can build full tank and still do fuck tons of damage. What the actual shit, guys? Is it the Magic Pen boots? Is that what it is? In before is looking to try to get away in on Bam with Predator Syndra, but oh my goodness, where's the R button? You don't have R yet. Syndra trying her best to stay alive, but it's not going to work. In before doing everything he can. Senna doing everything they can. They do get a kill onto Bam and some shutdown, but at what cost? I thought R was up for Syndra. I was ready to see the execution. But unfortunately not today. But I want to go back to saying what I like to see, and I like to see the aggression. Not letting the game get away from them. They're continuing to try to make things happen. They're getting kills where they can. They're continuing trying to farm, control neutral objectives and vision for the side of Revolution, even though they're at a disadvantage currently with the tempo of the game. Juan Cena might be in trouble. You got 3 CC beasts coming after him, trying to take his blue buff away, but it's not worth trying to go for that blue, buddy. I think you just need to run. Use your evasion techniques to get out. Keep vision control. That's 4 on the top side. 4 healthy, beefy people. Kim tank Akali. I'm done. I'm so done. Why is this in the game? I was saying earlier, I saw Galio. I was like, I want to play League of Legends again. This is why I don't play. And this is why I don't want to play League of Legends. I hate everything that I'm seeing. I hate it, guys. I just hate it. It's gonna break me. Look at this. Look at this. Chemtank Akali. It doesn't even have a level advantage. He's just gonna 1v1 the fucking Mordekaiser. He doesn't have a massive farm advantage. He doesn't have... What the shit, man? Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I'm breaking. This is not very professional, but you know what? It's my Twitch. I'm gonna complain about fucking Tank Akali. Oh, Thanatos gets ulted by Chiller Frost. Chiller Frost is going to have the Aftershock drop. That might be a decent... Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Some stuffage in my nose here. But MB4 and Wansina trying to look for a way into the fight. No, teleport is available for Tank, Dobbs, Akali, but Thanatos is going to start tanking damage. Raptor in the top lane had to use TP. He's trying his best. Oh my goodness, it's going to happen again. Dobbs just absolutely conquer, running it down into Mordekaiser's face. There's not a lot that can happen. Oh my goodness. Vandal going into the front line, diving in. We're going to see Wansina is going to get blown up. He's red form, but he's not red form enough yet. In before trying his best to front line, but Thanatos has to just try to walk away. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it out. Bam is going to hunt him down. He's going to look for a Prey Seeker into a dive. He's got 3 friends that can run with him. They don't need to force. They don't need to stay. Oh, Skelly P! Absolutely flexing on him, trying to get in. Thanatos is going to use that tech and auto his own turret to heal. A rough game getting well and surely away from them at this 3rd dragon. Oh my goodness. We want to see some items come through for Revolution. We want to see a little bit of the bleeding be stemmed. Focus on putting that gold into their pockets and get those items. It's really all you can hope for right now is try not to lose too many outer turrets. It's a bit of a slower game than last time at this point, I think, in terms of losing objectives. Or losing neutral objectives and turrets. Yeah, I would agree with you, Shanghai. I think they're doing a great job. They have one of the things that I like to see is that they're not rolling over, right? Like I keep saying that, but honestly, it's a rough game, and you're playing against probably one of the best teams in ZGG Gold right now in terms of veterancy. And before getting caught out, the turret falls. No assistance from Thanatos outside of I'm lying. An ulti. That's a lot of assistance out of Thanatos. Yeah, they're going against probably one of the most veteran and practiced at least 3-man groups in ZGG Gold, and the mental is great. I agree. I think if you can survive this kind of game and not be ticked off about it, you're going to be able to win so many games coming later. You're going to improve so much as a team. Thanatos and Wansina and in before trying their best to rotate in on the Skelly P, but he is just a little bit too quick and getting away from them. What's going on here? Stun misses, no vision. They chase him away. Wansina might be in trouble. He's gonna get all in by by Bam, half of his health goes away, and Evangel's gonna clean up the other half. Right now, NB4 and company are trying to finish off this Skelly P, but he is too big and Justice Punch is too disruptive, and now the fight is going to fall away from them. Chiller Frost, Bam, and Evangel are coming in. It's going to be an all-in fight. We have Skelly P returning to the fray, a double taunt, and that's going to be 1, 2, and 3 dead, splitting the kills evenly across 3 of them, sharing the wealth clearly. And it looks like the game's going to be getting away from us, but let's see what high plays we can see from the side of Revolution. Shenggold can Raptor, only 1 level down, also has his Mythic. Is he going to be able to finally deal with this Tank Akali, which does insane amounts of damage to Bruiser, AP, fucking Mordekaiser, and it's so dumb. Guys, it's so stupid. This shouldn't happen. Like, he should be dead. Dobbs should not be able to build that and deal damage. Like, he shouldn't necessarily be dead, but Mordekaiser should not be dead. What is this? This is going to be a good game to VOD review. I hope you turn off my audio commentary because it's not going to be helpful because my mental's in the garbage. I'm getting tilted. I'm not even in the game, guys. Okay, I'm going to roll it back. We're going to stop being so tilted about really, really interesting, really well played top lane pick. Because all things considered, like, all of my bitching aside, Dobbs is doing an excellent job of piloting this tank Akali. I feel like not everyone can make this happen. Vangel and Skelly P are hunting down. Do they know he's here? They know he's here. Wansina should be able to get out, ideally, unless he's going to get CC'd from the Justice Punch and the taunt. There's going to be the taunt, and there's going to be the knock-up. Ulti to buy himself some time. They're going to walk back into their friends. Wansina doing everything he can to get out. I don't think a turret dive is in the works here. Oh, wait, no, I'm kidding. Mordekaiser's not there, and Tank Akali's there, going to try to clean up that kill. Vangel's going to get credit. Chiller Frost is going to try to keep Raptor out of the fight. Hortensia is in the area. JMX trying to help out. He's going to press R onto Dobbs. Dobbs only loses half his health, and he blows up the Syndra. Why does everyone not just build tank all the time? I hate this so much. What the fuck, man? Bam got a kill on Thanatos somewhere in there. There it is. Finally, Dobbs is put down after a protracted fight. Chiller Frost is going to jump over the wall and anchor himself away. God damn. I gotta work on my mental here, guys. I'm sorry. This is I can't tank. I'm losing my mind about this tank Akali. I didn't know it was a thing, and Ah, my God. My goodness. My goodness. All right. Away we go into the next phase of the game. 30 seconds to Dragon. Juan Cena putting the hurt down on Vandal with a little bit of help from Hortensia. Bam, trying to get this red buff, deny a little bit of gold from Juan Cena and the Revolution squad. Vision control going over in favor of MDF. The Gouda gang as they approach Dragon. Revolution's going to approach through no vision, but right now they've cleared out the backside of the vision. Not a lot of control for either team. Some decent dancing. Vangel's looking to get in. He gets a three-man flea. Killer Frost is going to walk into the back line, try to pressing ults. Bam is on the back, shredding in before doing the best he can, but Tankakali is going to blow up the back line with some assistance from Galio, saying, hey, I'm here too. 3 down on the side of Revolution, and that's going to be MDF walking away with Dragon and maybe even Baron if they rotate to it. Hang on a second. Raptor saying game is not over. I'm here to fight you. You're gonna die, Vangel, and you're gonna give me that 1,000 gold and maybe even that dragon. It might be a bit greedy to stay and try to get this, but oh no! Is he gonna get it? He gets the steal and the bounty objective. This is how you get back into the game. Raptor with the moves. Is he gonna be able to kill Bam? Not quite, but hey, good effort. Raptor coming out strong for Revolution tonight. Big plays in the top lane, even though he's against some weird ass top lane bullshit. He's doing the best he can, gets the steal, gets the kill, and the 1,000 gold shut down. Some good highlight plays. I'm pretty excited about it. Game's gonna level out a little bit. Baron's the next major objective. Bounties are all up for the side of Revolution to be claimed. If they can. They are slowly working through turrets on the outside of the map. There's one mid turret left if you can get that down. Hortensia doesn't have any way to get out of this. Kali is going to do a Kali shit. I hate everything about this. God damn it, Tex. You said you're not going to be tilted, but you're letting yourself get tilted about it. But nonetheless, Akali blowing up JMX. Massive gold lead and massive experience lead. That's fair to say. I mean, it was 0 and 7 at the time. So Chiller Frost gets taunted under turret. Chiller Frost is dropping below half health. It's going to fall. Bam doesn't quite have the damage anymore to get through the NB4. Who's starting to stack up his durability. Justice Punch is going to get caught onto Juan Cena, but Thanatos dropping really low. But hang on a second. This is a turnaround fight in favor of Revolution. Oh, but Vangel's coming in to support Juan Cena, trying his best to blow up Van, but he's getting bounced around by Vangel. And my goodness, the macro from Bam, not quite enough to save him, but enough to keep him alive long enough to I'm sorry, I'm losing my words. We're seeing some good turnaround fights from Revolution. Great synergies, great Shin ulti. Gotta call out Bam. The orb walking there, the positioning, the distancing, that spacing to try to get those last autos in and deny the auto attacks from Juan Cena to finish him off. That was great moves. Level 14 to level 15 Mordekaiser. Tank Akali. What's going to happen here? Nautilus is in the area, so Raptor, you are not necessarily alone in this fight. I think he took him to the realm yet. No, maybe. Nope, no, he did not. There it goes. Dodges the Nautilus hook with the Shadow Realm, but it doesn't matter. He's up a level, and he's up an item. Yeah, he's. I hate what I'm seeing here. Shen trying his best to survive. Kali's going to try to find a way in. Skelly P is going to pick up the kill on the Mordekaiser that Kali set up for him. Shen's going to last hit Skelly P. And now we're starting to see the damage from the side of JMX and Thanatos come in. Chiller Frost is going to fall to one last attack from Thanatos. The game is starting to swing a little bit back in the favor of Revolution. The gold gap is shrinking. The objectives on the map are still heavily MDF favored, and Dobbs is nothing to be sniffed at. We're gonna see Syndra get exploded. Not enough durability in the game for her to survive the onslaught that she was seeing. Bam's gonna 1v1 Thanatos, and there's going to be the swing back. Wallets are still wallets. What a game! What a game, folks. MDF. A couple slip ups, and that's kind of I don't know. I think there's a lot of that Revolution is doing to try to capitalize and really force the issue and grab themselves some kills and grab themselves some opportunities into the game, and that's a big highlight. Big kudos to MDF as they're coming in and saying, yeah, we'll lose a couple kills, but we're not going to start playing safe. We're not going to back off from that. We're going to continue the aggression, and Bam is going to go in, and Bam is going to lead the charge every single time, taking after the great legendary Scruffo, right? I genuinely think Bam has watched a lot of Revolution IBS teams, and he's gone and he's like, that Scruffo guy. He knows how to play Kaisa. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I mean, Scruffit does know how to play Kai'Sa. He knows how to play him very well. But what a crazy game so far. Honestly, a lot of back and forth. We're getting into some of the in-game objectives right now. Baron going down not as quickly as it could, but still pretty quickly with the Kai'Sa there to help shred that health bar. Dragon is up in a minute on the other side of the map. I think that's the right move from the Revolution squad to prioritize getting vision control on that boss side because Baron will last for a couple minutes, sure, but that permanent Dragon Soul is the rest of the game a massive disadvantage for this team. Level 15 to level 15. Now let's see how this 1v1, truly a 1v1, plays out. It's going to be a pretty beefy trade in favor of Raptor, and now we're starting to see the Tank Akali fall off a little bit and not have as much raw damage as she used to have. The scaling is getting a little bit is starting to step in favor of Raptor. Raptor TP's in. Great positioning from the side of Revolution. They're coming in as a four-man squad. They're looking for a way to fight this front to back. Akali's on the back line. We might see Bam and Hecarim go in, and this could be the fight for MDF. We're going to have to see how Bam positions in the fight. He is in the middle, but not getting focused down. They're trying to blow up maybe some of the wrong targets. Raptor doing his best to distract Dobbs, but Dobbs is back around, and he's able to focus on him before. Wansina trying to get in. Too many targets, too much damage. Great fight from the side of MDF to disrupt and give too many targets to deny effective targets selection for the side of Revolution. Revolution opened the fight really well. They tried their best to go, we're going in here, we're killing this person, we're staying as a unit. But as soon as Dobbs came around and Bam was doing the little dance and everyone started to go every which direction, lots of CC to disrupt, it became really difficult to prioritize your targets and have alignment, right? So everyone's getting CC'd at different intervals, and there wasn't a lot of alignment for the Revolution squad to sync up their damage and get to layer their crowd control, to layer their damage onto the targets, go from one to the next, and that's excellent team fights and excellent awareness from the side of MDF, specifically Dobbs and Bam, really showing why why this veteran duo, a trio, formerly of GSG, is so respected in the scene, right? Like these guys have such great synergies and they know how to play these team fights really well. And they're playing two totally different team cons this game and the last game. So massive kudos and big hype for Revolution. Shenggold, their base has not been broken yet. They absorbed a lot of pressure and they blew through that Baron, got a lot of kills in that last fight. And the team fight from the side of Revolution Shenggold is really good. I'm really happy with the commitment as a unit to a play, trying to play around their we might have a hunt down on this Dobbs. Predator on from JMX onto Dobbs. They're going to pull back. They're going to go try to protect their base. There is the last Baron buff on Vandrel. And on Bam. Raptor doing his best. He's pretty thick, but maybe is he thick enough? Hopefully he pops his W here soon. He took Chillerfrost out of the fight. Wansina and company are coming in to try to help out. It's going to be a kill over to Raptor on Chillerfrost. That's one kill, two kill. Dobbs is off onto the side. He doesn't have a good way into the fight. Shield from Shen onto Wansina to keep him alive. The disruption is not quite working as well this time around. The unit of Revolution Esports, Shenggold, is staying together as tight as they can, not getting pulled apart, focusing on the priority targets. But still so much damage from Bam and Vandrel, picking up a couple errant kills on either side. And that's going to even out the fight just a little bit. 2 kills for MDF, 3 for Revolution. And Baron, it looks like it's all but gone. The base has not been broke, but a lot of damage put onto that mid inhibitor turret. Vandrel and Dobbs are both still alive. They're going to be really hard to kill. But hey, we're starting to see some really good vibrancy out of the Revolution squad here. They're playing these team fights well. They're executing these fights while behind, and they're playing it like they're behind. Not scared, but aware. They're aware of the damage threats. They're prioritizing the best they can, and they're just committing to the fights where they can get them. There's never going to be a good fight. Every fight is going to be a risk. Every fight is going to be more likely that you lose it than you win it at this stage in the game, given the state of it. But you have to pull the trigger. Otherwise, you're going to bleed out. Your mentals are going to crash, and you're just going to feel really bad because, like, if you don't do anything, if you just let the game bleed out and you look for that 60-40 fight or 55-45 fight, it's never going to happen. You're almost 10k gold down. It's a Dragon Soul. It was a Baron. It's 31 minutes. It's late game now, right? Like, you are so far behind, you're never going to have a fight that's your favor. So you just say, well, let's unga bunga this shit. Let's try it out. So right now, MDF trying to find their way through the jungle. Getting that vision control down ahead of Baron in 1 minute and 30 seconds here. Elder Soul is going to be probably the biggest move for Revolution Shenggold to try to collect some advantage for themselves. Cena getting aggressed upon by Vandal, but it's just a little bit of a hey, don't go crazy. Although third of his health is gone. Root down onto Bam, but nothing to follow it up. A missed ulti by Vandal, but gonna get supported by a 4-man knockup from Galio. The channel's gonna go down 1 onto no one, I think. Bam's on the back line, trying his best to survive. You're gonna see Senna blow up 1, 2 from the side of Revolution. Raptor doing his best to try to pick up a few kills. Dobbs is on the back line. He's gonna take out Syndra, and it looks like that's gonna be the end of the game, probably for Revolution Shenggold. A noble fight. Raptor absolutely playing out of his mind today, saying we're not going to go out without a fight. And before the last man standing for his team, going to try his best to absorb some pressure for at least 17 seconds, but it's not probably going to be enough. Massive waves, massive health bars, and a ton of damage coming out from Bam. This is looking like it's going to be the end of the game. And before saying, hang on a second, wait a second, someone needs to be taking turret. I need to be getting a CC down. Come here, come here, come here. But the waves, the damage, the health bars, it's all too much. Thanatos is up. He's going to try to get some stacks. He's going to try to get some damage. But that's going to be the Nexus falling in. MDF securing a 2-0 victory over Revolution Shenggold. It was a contested game all the way through. What a match from both sides. MDF showing some massive synergy and really just showing the strength of their veterancy and playing together for so long. Unique drafts. I really enjoy the drafts. I mean, I absolutely fucking hate the Dobbs Kali pick in the top lane. I hate it on principle. Just get me out of here. Get me out of this timeline. I don't like this timeline. But my bias aside, excellent piloting of the Akali and Graves. Excellent use of flex picks and variety in the draft for MDF. I'm really excited to see where this team goes. I hope they get the Conduit game streamed, the MDF Conduit game, if that hasn't happened yet. Or maybe it has, I don't know. I need to go back and double check. But that's going to be a really exciting matchup for these two teams. Great showing from Revolution Shenggold. We had Scruffo coming in E-Sub game 1. We had Thanatos and ADC game 2. The big highlights for me is I got to see a lot of energy and life out of Cena, our Revolution Halcyon jungler and Shenggold jungler. He's showing a lot of potency on a collection of different champions. And I'm really excited to see how much all this game time is going to provide him as the seasons progress. We're already seeing him be a lot more proactive and take a lot more energy into the game, saying he's ganking a lot more. He's trying to transition leads for himself and his team into the mid game. A lot more focus on vision control ahead of those objectives. These are things that I love to see in this last season IBS, now promoted into gold jungler, and he's got a high ceiling. I'm excited to see where he goes. Big shout outs, player of the game for Revolution Shenggold for me was probably Raptor coming out. Hadn't seen him play a whole lot, and this guy's got some real big some real big top laner energy out there. He is full Chad all the time. He wants to put the hurt down, put the pressure down, and I'm excited for it. JMX, great first showing. A rough matchup. I think Skelly P is probably one of the best mid laners I've seen in gold for a while. Not necessarily flashy, but suffocates you, really puts you down. But really, really confident performance from JMX, even when you're behind, trying to make plays, playing with your team, using that Predator to try to set up plays as the caster, as the mage. I love to see that. So lots of highlights for me from Shenggold. I'm excited to see the adaptations for next week and how they play it out. They had a great week 1 against DePaul, and they had a really solid performance today against what's appearing to be a really strong playoff contender team from Machre du Fromage. I'm butchering that mostly on purpose, but the Gouda gang came out to play today. Folks, I hope you guys stick around, or not. Well, I don't have any more streaming to do. Whoa. I actually hit play on Spotify. I don't have any more streaming to do for myself tonight, but I appreciate all of you sticking around, watching the games, hanging out with me. I've been doing a lot of streaming lately, and it's been a lot of fun. The next show from me that you guys can see my face is going to be tomorrow evening for the Aftershock post-game late-night talk show that me and Leopard Cooper are going to host. It's for the EDL, Elemental Development League Tournament. You can check them out over at twitch.tv/elemental_league. They will be streaming the Revolution Frontline game tomorrow against the Donut Shop Chocolate. which is pretty exciting. A lot of fun matchups there. We could talk about it more tomorrow. And also, feel free to hop into the Revolution Discord. You can find that through the socials link. It goes to my website, and you can find the links there. But you can also just DM me too for an invite if you'd like. I've been Tex. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Thank you, Shenggold, for playing. Thank you guys for being such awesome sports. I love what I was seeing, and I hope you guys feel confident and comfortable and excited about how you played and how that's going to play into the rest of the season. MDF, kudos to you guys. Great series, and we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here, and I'm going to send you guys over to the stream is ending scene. So, yeah. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Have a wonderful night.
So hold our heads up high and beat the drum to what we love. Risk the follow, we have felt it all come crashing down from far above. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding, only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call?